Hello, this is James Loves with Rise Star Church, Evening the World Out in Love. What we're going to talk about today is the image. Okay, so if you haven't got the full picture spectrum before, what was used to extort the regular populace with fear and hate of a particular thing that we actually kind of caused before, that was really hidden for the chastity chase of things, to is now more defined into a natural rise star basis, and has nothing to do with, at least at one spot, uh, to do with predators. Okay? Since everybody has a push, and most of the populace is really in a push format without words anyway, very guaranteed, uh, well exampled at the web and anywhere else. So, any which way, the image, what we're going to work on is, you've known me as the image, but I stated in a couple other lessons where there is a format like 1, 2, 3 step. No means go thing. Kind of like a even testings for uh, for harmonizing, which includes loving athletes, uh, having those explanations of why they're working. Okay, maybe organization not trusting other organizations in their city, how one was working with these kind of programs. So any which way, the image. So we're going to go on a step program, and this is the first step. And I call needs more, well, it's definitely motivation. When it's just the freest place in the world to find love and make love, and there not be any shaming or with freedom sandwiches, no possible way of judgment. So the image. So we're starting out with the first step. The first step is I come along. I'm the main priest. It's the half an hour, 500 feet, any in green type of thing. I'm generally, since I'm the first in order, they're waiting for me to do something. Of course, we already know about the queen coming to me to substantiate things. But beside the point, because and all I'm doing is, with the help and understanding I'm helping with the normal love of things, how a child should be treated with, or in the future, how everybody will be treating children when everybody has the proper education unveiling, where the littlest and easiest susceptible to um, uh, what's that thing? Low confidence, low self-esteem, things of that growing into phases of things. So they need the most attention anyway, but how we've got it formatted, we've had it going in format in the past, they got the least amount of attention too. And that really made it really hard for who needs it most. So, but with this aspect, like I said, we're funneling it down. I hope you got that with the parents and the other ones with the education of the helping them with the sexuality things, and becoming confident with the systems of protection and understanding how to protect themselves. The string pulls, the manipulating things to get and build trust so people can take advantage of it. That's basically what my thing is in the chastity. We're only talking about the chastity part at the moment, not the fucking loving part yet. First step, and with this chastity chase, so they can talk about the ways of protection when they believe me, how they got it all set up, building trust with them, funneling it to them so they can only have trust with the people that are helping them instill that foundation of values and morals. And you're finding out what they're helping them with their will of when agreeing to that stuff. So, and with the same aspect, I'm also helping them deal with the sexuality issues, expressing themselves, making it a safe thing in the environment. I'm in the image of they can be the spy with info, so they can, in an inverted sense, express their love. Because it's weaponized, divided at the moment, but it's really love. It's really what they want to do is express status. So, eyes, things like that. And of course, I don't have the chase, and I think I made it obvious, other than the mental value, or if it's mutual, some playing and such. I'm going to play with the spy, or try to a little bit with a little working out fear one, or whatever. But generally, no chase, no push. Because the queen aspect, also limited, uh, no action, so the Holy Spirit or the bucking educations can give the words thereafter. So any which way, what I want to do is express that one job. It's one step in many, for many, but also that job that needs to happen. Because when I see a girl with a child, it's teenage yet, and they're passing by me 3 times in green, I do the usual hello, but I'm no chase. No, the chase is freest and strongest at the well, but from the main priest, we're waiting for the queen first. I'm going to lead by example. The chase is secondary. It is the uh, third party. That's the chase, the freest spot, like I talked about in the chase. So but with that first step, what we're literally doing is chasing them out within the half an hour or the 500 feet. Uh, and like I said, I don't want to get off track, but when I see a beautiful teenager with a little beautiful little doll in green, and they walk by 3 times and then there's nobody coming, I'm either in oppression bill, or people need to get on the right page. What's the most important? Because this, let me go back to this real quick. Before, there was haremized children hidden for medical reasons, which I'll be going over medical here in a little while. And they were used as a weaponized format, and there was some hate and fear still for the extortion part, right? Why they were condemning people for the very thing that they were doing and hiding while in that rejection and the hate and fear. In the condemning part. Hypocrites. Okay? Now, started out screwed up. Obviously ended screwed up. It's obviously going to end because it's screwed up. But there's parts that were very well, and I'm sure you can apply it to your life, things that you've done weird or whatever, messed up, and you could do something better. But in the process, you found something that was beneficial. Well, that was one of the beneficial parts. That is this first step that is most important for the chastity chase, the chasing them off. Because what they did is they worked out that fear unto salvation. They worked on that, dealing with their sexuality, with their focus, spy, and such. They learned to become confident with the systems and the people they're with and the foundation. We just defined it and we're making the process a lot quicker. But it's an image, and we're not destroying and extorting. But without it, there's no replacement. There needs to be the benefit that was found in it. Or you can be controlled by your stuff. You can have the hate and fear instilled that will create a weapon of destruction around you. And you can have the ones that they make into products that become even worse and weapons of destruction around you, if you would like. It's ending anyway, whether you're helping out or not. But any which way, just to prove the point how needed to chase them away. Now, they've already got it set up. Like I've said in the many segments, they're going to leave right away if I'm leaving. They might be going a little bit more with protect her. They might turn them into lying cheats if they're not getting the Rise Star part down good enough, and be, if they're leaving because of the education, they might get. But that's all. Any which way, they're leaving as they go, according to the chassis chase, the fear factor and stuff that they need. Um, and the uh, and I want to QV, it's the same thing. All I've had to do in the beginning with the image of things is just send a piece of paper with some stuff like, okay, here's a better system. This is how it's going to work. And then here's, oh yeah, it includes the fucking kids that you're hiding from everybody. But guess what? They're going to be all in a public spot because we don't like you haremizing them. And any which way, all I had to do was send a little email, and really, like I put it other times, it was a simple, like looking for the queen aspect. It was queen of age deal. It was a simple aspect of kind of like the Indian culture of arranged marriage. Big deal. Oh yeah, I sent an email to let's see, I got 1,500 emails I sent out to about 10 or 20 churches in every town for the last 18 states, about 3 or 4 towns, and every government official of those towns. I don't think our arrangement should be much of an issue unless there's a big controlling or big problem with an issue. You see what I mean? So, and all I had to do was send out an email. I got predators running up my tail and where I go. Projection or not. But any which way, the projection is supposed to be there for the chastity chase of the kids, dealing with the protection. If you haven't read the RID, I want you to read the RID because there's this simple little spot about what's going to happen with scum and this and that. It's like, if it's for the child, then it's, we want them to like haul you away. But they're going to go around a corner because if they don't, well, you happen to know how they extort and how they hide them. And it's just plead fifth and wait till I get on the stand. Don't sign anything, and make sure you get the little stuff you can sue for when you get out. Help with our chastity statute. We're just working out the fear, replacing it. They're always going to look for a problem because their business is a problem. They're always going to say there's a problem. Sorry, we're fixing problems. And it's only about the chastity chase, not about getting worse. We're going to scare them out. And like I said, it's not going to be like purposely scaring like the technique that I'm talking about. We're just real. It's a funny issue. When people have an issue, they just automatically run off anyway. Mine's different. It's the freedom sandwich is created, the queen that needs to come. They market whatever they want of a cloud of bullshit. But any which way, I know the laws and the culture, people's perception that we have to arrange it in the perfect picture so it can be explained with you know, messing up our well. So these things are hidden behind our back for control. More education available for our future. And like I said, very important this lesson on that first step, that job, to make sure that chase goes on. And so, real simple, and I've said it before, and I'll just go over it real quick, I guess. So it's like, I already expressed my version of it. What's it? You're basically taking it up from there within the half an hour, the 500 feet. And even if they're getting in the car and leaving, it needs to go. Because, and like I expressed in that chase there, that it is they need to have that little education on the manipulation of the you know, how I would try to like show love and get them to come over and look at their stuff and what they thought about it, whatever. They had to have that, but it might be like more fear, working that fear out, salvation and that, such. So, well, I'm not doing the chase or the push. Well, as you know, it's in green and it's there brought for that reason. And with Freedom Sandwich, you can basically talk to a 4-year-old in green. Eventually, I do lead up because you know how it is with women anyway. You're not going to just go straight out and say things. You're going to lead up to things, but you can basically get to the point where you're saying, I want to fuck you. I want to make love to you. Whichever one that wants. It depends on their fantasy, doesn't it? But any which way, in that aspect, it is scary about love. And, you know, basically, this is the picture. Not only will they be able to be talking about like how someone will kind of manipulate to get you in a situation with them alone that I would do, but as the approach, the green, so we don't have like we talk about because of this lesson, some teenager with a 6 or 5-year-old, both in green by the way, so both legal within a half an hour, 500 feet, in other words. But you don't have them passing by 3 times and I wave and go, oh, beautiful dog, beautiful dog, you're so beautiful, and then they don't come over. Okay, well, no chase. Now it's the chasers, the pushers within the half an hour and 500 feet. It was a locust technique to stop the well, but it's like I said, we're not purposely trying to push them out. They just naturally working out the fear and their division in love, because it's just love. It's just the physical version. They brought you here for some miraculous reason. That this is the time you need to start facing the inverted love you've been trained in, weaponized love you've been trained in to keep you back from it. Here's the education on bringing that back, and maybe the full thing. And you know that's why in this case, even one's just doing that job in working out that fear. This next little part I'm talking about is going to work even better with the ones that really have another motivation, which are making love to other people. But the medical ones and such is now's the education of the unconditional love offerings I've gone over multiple times, the education on how they weren't really spies in America, they were the playing thing to keep them from doing it so they could keep them, help them with a foundation, a will when they wanted to, and the stuff. Okay, here's the education. So really, you're kind of, we kept you as like, you know, you were thinking in terrorists. No, we really were the terrorists because you didn't know how to help. You didn't know how to give some word. You were just trapping. So it had nothing to do with that. And see, that's the education And, the priest, myself, and the freedom that we cut off this aspect so they could only be about the veil, so we don't have the problems we had in the past. And then we could take care also those medical issues of the younger premature lifestyle aspect, since everybody's working on making sure that they're only at the well. You can't have them aramized, have them public. That means single, they'll have certain vow. You can come help a doll. So, any which way, the that first step is that they will naturally be chased off. It wasn't like the locusty thing before where they were just trying to deter a well. It's more like, okay, we're bringing this child, they're coming to a veil, and they got a little fear of stuff. We got to get them confident with our organization, get them confident with their parent or the people that their parents put them with, which is generally the case anyway. And get the education and conversation after of all the experience of what they noticed people would that could have been a manipulating way that someone was going to try to do something. What they learned about the approach of you coming to the car. So in other words, what I'm saying is, within a half an hour, 500 feet, it's everyone who is basically here for the well becomes the image. Foundation, you could say, that's kind of the foundation of the making love part, the unconditional love part is the image part. It's supposed to look like that in their perception. That's the education process that we cut off the problems that made before with suffering business, creating problems. So that is the thing. And of course, the you never know. It could be a rise star. So the education thing, I have been an enemy, and I am with these people that have been playing me. And yes, I am. I'm ready to be real because I have my foundation, and I even help with the recorders that are tied in with the recorders that are around me. I usually have a little pep talk and a little time countdown, like you got 5 more minutes. Hate to rush you, but you better have something in you in that amount of time, or the regular law applies. So, in that decision, then you can have Rise Star, you can have the other particulars, and of course, the next steps we'll get to are more explanations in other segments. You will the the uh, the old haremized way, weaponized ways that they now have to bring them to the public well that we're getting them out of. And that's, like I said, and in the aspect, I'll just end with that because I wanted to keep it just on that chastity part of the he being the image part of the job. But for those that were more ahead, which they are, many coming for their every 3 month offering and such, it is so chasing them out within the half an hour, 500 feet. If they're not chased out in the 500 feet, well, it's real simple. It's A and B conversation, any C's can see their way out of it, and a little explanation on that, and some sense of things. You got it all organized around here. Once they understand, or if they don't even talk, it's running the whole time, and you give your disclaimer, hey, this is Rice Church, Zoom medical, whatever you want to say, you know, basically say, hey, you got to say no. It's only you. It has nothing to do with them because I just want to love you. Because they're set up to only love in that format, in the physical format. That's how the sexual active children were trained, as in other segments explained. And we want to get them out of that. It's not going to be beforehand. You're going to have to, like I said also I think I said in other segments, their hate and fear for years as a spy became their fantasy anyway. They really want to take it down like an animal, taken type of thing in many formats. The ones that are trained just like that, we want to get them in a normal relationship since we're disposing of the destructive system that wasn't good for us. And so in that format, take them like the only way without the no there that they are used to being taken, and then take them out for ice cream or something. Spend a day, maybe a trip around the well again or something. Whatever the case may be. But consider it image. If that's your only job, and God bless you. Any which way, if you're not sure about the town, since we are forcing them getting into the actually better business anyway, the coupling economy and the sociology, management, gambling, educational schooling for everyone. We're going to help them with that transition a little bit faster anyway, because if they want to do dictator bill or something, that little freedom sandwich thing there, like I said, they'll put up with stuff that they'll drive you around the corner, drop you off, only for that one, outside of the veil. But other than that, hey, I have that job. I'm supposed to scare them off with just regular conversation and bringing up the fucking part. So, God bless you, Rice Star Church, and talk to you again.